Courteney Cox addresses Scream 8 Return Potential and Gale Weathers' fate. This article contains spoilers for Scream 7 now playing in theaters. Courteney Cox has weighed in on whether her iconic Scream character Gale Weathers will return for a potential Scream 8. The Scream franchise has become one of horror's most enduring series, reinventing itself across generations with meta-commentary and a revolving door of victims, survivors, and villains. Since the original 1996 film, Gale Weathers has stood as a franchise cornerstone, with her evolution from sensationalist reporter to seasoned survivor being one of the franchise's most compelling arcs. Speaking with Variety about the events of Scream 7 and the potential for a Scream 8 comeback, Cox hinted that while she isn't sure she can return for the next sequel, she's not counting herself out, leaving the door open for Gale's future in the slasher saga. Read her comments below. How do you know I survived Scream 7? I think everyone should want to do another Scream. It's fun, and it's great. I don't think I can make the next one, but maybe we'll see. Cox's playful yet cryptic response comes on the heels of Scream 7, delivering what some are calling one of the franchise's most gruesome installments yet. The latest chapter once again embraced the series' signature blend of shocking deaths, surprise cameos, and legacy connections. Several new characters were introduced, only for many of them to fall victim to Ghostface in brutal fashion. Although Cox teased uncertainty about the fate of her character, Gale Weathers did not die in Scream 7. The film leaves her survival intact, showing her escape from Ghostface's final rampage alongside Sidney Tatum, Mark Mindy, and Chad, confirming that Gale lived through the latest chapter's chaos. Cox's comment about possibly not returning for Scream 8 likely comes down to other factors, rather than a narrative exit such as scheduling conflicts or a desire to explore other projects. Additionally, Scream's meta nature allows for characters to often bounce back or reappear even after brush-with-death moments, so even if Cox decides to pass on the next film, Gale's possible absence doesn't mean she won't ever return. Scream 7 featured multiple callbacks to the original Woodsboro murders, leaning heavily into legacy storytelling while pushing the newer generation's arc. The body count was significant, with mostly newer characters perishing at the hands of Ghostface. At the same time, the survival of core characters signaled that the franchise is still trying to live beyond its 7th installment. Scream 7 stars Neve Campbell in her return as Sidney Prescott Isabel May, as Sidney's daughter Tatum Jasmine Savoy Brown, and Mason Gooding as Mindy and Chad Meeks Martin and Cox, alongside McKenna Grace, Joel McHale, Anna Camp, and cameos from Matthew Lillard, Laurie Metcalf, Scott Foley, and David Arquette. Scream 7 was directed by franchise writer Kevin Williamson, making his franchise directorial debut. Williamson has stated that he has a lot of ideas for an 8th movie, and there were reports earlier this week stating that insiders suggest plans are already in place for the killer's lethal return in an 8th film, with executive producer Marianne Maddalena saying that shooting for Scream 8 may begin in the fall. While speculation grows for Scream 8, nothing has been confirmed yet, but given the events of Scream 7, a next installment seems likely to happen, this time focusing on Tatum and possibly seeing Mindy take over Gale's role as intrepid reporter, which was already teased at the end of the film with Mindy and Chad's mid-credits scene where they shoot their own news broadcast about the killings. Scream 7 is currently playing in theaters. Created by Kevin Williamson and originally helmed by Wes Craven, the Scream franchise takes a meta approach to the slasher horror franchise, centering on teenagers well-versed in the genre who find themselves hunted and killed by figures donning the Ghostface mask. The first 4 movies revolved around Neve Campbell Sidney Prescott, as she frequently found herself the target of different Ghostface killers, while the 5th and 6th installments introduced new protagonists, sisters Tara and Sam, with their own dark past connected to the original Ghostface killer.